Hi guys. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about synonyms and to give you an idea for a follow-up exercise to the story that Ms. Searcy read yesterday about Peter Roget and his Thesaurus. So if you have not watched that yet, I recommend that you go watch that video and have that book read to you, and then come here and follow up that story with this exercise. So first I want to show you some of the thesauruses that we have in the classroom. This one is a really nice first thesaurus, and I know many of you have explored these extensively. And what is a thesaurus? Well, a thesaurus is a book that is just a collection of synonyms, which are words that mean the same thing or close to the same thing. So as an example, if we open it up, and I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, at the bottom, third from the bottom, I don't want to use the bottom one, so third up from the bottom, right here, can you see that? We have the word design, and it gives you as synonyms for the word design, draw, plan, and sketch. So those are all some different words that mean roughly the same thing. And which one you choose might depend on exactly what you're trying to express. So you have lots of options in a book like this. So this is a thesaurus that you might start with. This is another one that is a children's illustrated thesaurus. So here we have a page with the word full. And then it has a definition. It tells you that full is an adjective. And it gives you the synonyms here: filled, crammed, crowded, packed. And then it gives you some sentences with examples of how you might use those words. The bag was filled with groceries. The library is crammed with new books. The streets of New York are very crowded. The stadium was packed with fans. This particular thesaurus also gives you some opposites. Those of you, I know who you are, will want to know that an opposite word is called an antonym. And so that might be a nice follow-up activity for you to pursue after you've explored synonyms. You might like to go find out more about antonyms, which are just opposites. Okay. So some of you might have access to a thesaurus at home. We usually have them for sale at the book fair. This is the one, if you got yours at the book fair, you probably have this one. And this one is just for a little bit older elementary students. Maybe third graders would be more inclined to use this one. So these are some examples. You can find a thesaurus online, and you can find a children's thesaurus online. So I will make a note to try to link to one if I can in tomorrow's email. So I wanted to just kind of talk through an exercise you might do to explore some synonyms. And so you're just going to choose something or someone or some place, so basically choose a noun, that you would like to describe. I decided to go with a dish that I really like, and I chose spaghetti. And what I made was a word web. So you can just find a piece of paper, any kind of paper. It could be blank paper, it could be lined paper, and you're going to choose something that you'd like to describe and place it in the center of your paper. And then if it's an object like spaghetti, you're going to imagine some, I started with the 5 senses. So I started with touch, smell, taste, how it looks, I suppose you could have done how it sounds. If your spaghetti is especially noisy, you might have chosen a sound to go with your spaghetti. I didn't actually do that one. And then I actually put another one, how it feels, was different to me than touch. This was more the feeling I have when I come home and mom is making spaghetti was what I was going for there. So let's think of some, because, you know, if I ask you, how is your spaghetti? You probably say good, or if you don't like it, bad. But you know what I always say when you answer me with good or bad, I say, can you use some more words, some different words? So that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, so let's start with the touch. Now, usually if this is your dinner, you are not going to be touching your spaghetti, I hope. But I have a feeling in your past you have touched some spaghetti at some point, either in the cleanup process or some that dribbled on your chin, something. Sometime you touched your spaghetti. So what words could we use for the feeling that, of the spaghetti in your fingers? Slippery, slimy. If you've touched the uncooked spaghetti, was it pokey, sharp, stiff? I've thought of a few, okay? You'll think of more. Smell, how does spaghetti smell? Delicious. Spicy. What else can you think of? How does it taste? We could use spicy there. Tomatoey. Warm. Keep thinking, you'll add some more. How it looks. Well, depending on whether your family is fancy or casual, your spaghetti might look, you know, perfectly composed in a nice little pile, the way the chefs on TV do it. My spaghetti is going to look messy, sloppy, but that's kind of how I like it. It's going to be white noodles with red sauce, and it's going to have lots of white Parmesan cheese on top. So I would use white, red, white again. The noodles will look loopy. How else could I describe my spaghetti? Well, you'll think of a few more. Okay, and then there's the feeling that you get when spaghetti's being made and you're either coming home from outside or, you know, coming downstairs to the kitchen to find out what's for dinner, and you find out that spaghetti is being made, and how does that feel? That feels cozy. If you don't care for spaghetti, you might feel frustrated or angry, I suppose. These are going to be your synonyms. You are going to look for all the adjectives you can to describe your spaghetti. Okay, and then I put a question mark because I didn't think of every possible category of synonyms, so you can think of a few more. Okay. So I have a few ideas for you for follow-up. You could describe a person that you admire. You could describe a place you like to visit. You could describe a movie that you like. And you could use the words that you come up with in this exercise. And of course, that's not all you could choose to describe. You will think of many, many more. I'm just giving you a starting off point. I would recommend taking a piece of paper and just collecting as many words as you can and look for synonyms for those words. So if I'm describing a person I admire and I say that they are nice, what synonyms are there for the word nice? Friendly, cheerful, helpful, kind. You'll think of a bunch more. So describe that person, and then make sure you've chosen at least 2 or 3 synonyms for each of those words, okay? So when you're done with this exercise, you're going to have a huge collection of words that describe this person. Then you could decide what to do with all those words. You could write a report or a story using the words about that person. You could go to a member of your family and just describe them. Describe this person to them using as many words as you can from that first page. You've been using the computer and the camera, so maybe you could make a commercial for your person or your place or your movie or whatever it is that you're describing. And then I just left off with a question: what else could you think of to describe? This activity could keep you busy for days. You could do a new one every day. And this would be excellent practice for your writing skills, okay? I would encourage your parents not to worry too much about spelling with this activity, because we don't want to ever get bogged down in spelling corrections. We want to encourage lots and lots and lots of writing. So that would be my advice about how to go about this activity. Also, beautiful illustrations. Decorate your work with lots of pretty vines and patterns all around your pages, please. Okay. If you do this activity, and you can, ask your folks to take a picture and send it to me. I would love to see it. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.